Okay, guys, listen. This is specifically for my chronic ail. There goes my earring. My chronic ail, my subscribers and viewers who suffer with chronic ailments. It is not always easy, especially being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, to make our meetings. And the reason for that is because I know for me, being on disability, I don't have a time frame. I can kind of do things on my own time frame. And what that means is when I'm not feeling well, I can lay down. My hair is a wreck today, but I'm making my meeting. When I'm not feeling well, I lay down. But when it's time for the meeting, it's time for the meeting. That should be our priority. And I'm truly working on pushing past. And let me be careful when I say this, because I don't want to be insensitive. There are times, guys, and we all know our bodies. More importantly, Jehovah knows us better than we know ourselves, so we really can't trick anybody. There are times when we physically cannot make our meetings. I went through a period where I was on bed rest for the majority of 6 months and in and out of the hospital for long periods of time. So, I mean, that just was what it was. Did I listen in? Yes. But it's nothing like physically being there. Today's one of those days where I felt good the majority of the day, and when it was time for me to get ready for my meeting, I started having a seizure. I mean, it was like, come on. So I did what I had to do, and I tried my best to, have some of the symptoms subside so that I can make my meeting. And fortunately, the seizure, I had the type of seizures where I can tell when they're coming, and fortunately I can catch them at times and keep them from starting, and I was able to do that. But just having that feeling coming on was discouraging. And when you deal with other chronic ailments, and I'm not going to itemize all my stuff, guys, especially when you look this good. No, I'm joking. I'm really playing. Sometimes when you feel bad, you just gotta make light of it. I put it in prayer. I made my meeting for the first time last week. For a while, I was released off of bed rest, and I just couldn't wait to make my meeting. And I'm headed back. I'm running late, but I'm going, I could easily use the fact that, I'm not feeling well. That was legitimate enough to say, let me stay home. But I prayed to Jehovah, and I made it my priority to really do a self-assessment. And that's the key. We do not want to be stupid. And I hate using that word stupid, but really that's what it is. You don't want to, you want to use common sense, guys. You don't want to do things and put yourself at jeopardy. Jehovah doesn't want us to, he's a God of common sense. And so he does not want you to jeopardize your health. He wants you to work within your limitations. Okay? That being said, I had to do a self-assessment and just realize, okay, I can push through it, and I'm going to make my meeting. And if during the meeting I start to feel too sick, then I'll come home or go to the hospital or whatever needs to be done. But I feel good enough to go, so I'm going to go. And I'm proud of myself, I must say that. Because relying on Jehovah and having faith, it's not always easy, and doing the right thing is not always easy. But being obedient to Jehovah is not an option for me. It's not an option. Okay? So, for all of us that are suffering with chronic ailments, I am not telling you to skip your chemo or be in the middle of a seizure and try to drive to the hall. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm saying that when you can go, go. Because I'm going to keep it funky with you. It is so easy when you have serious ailments, brain issues, heart issues, cancer, some really serious things, epilepsy, whatever it is that you have. I can't name everything. It's so easy to use that as an excuse not to go on those days when you can go. Let me say that again. When you do have severe chronic issues that are life-threatening, it is very easy to start to use those as a crutch not to make your meetings on days when you know that you can go. Does that make sense? That's not to say now on those days that you can't go, that's the reality. But I'm being honest. Sometimes it's easy to say, I'm not feeling well, I want to stay home. And it can become habitual. And then you become spiritually weak. And you know Satan loves to get you. If you're sick, spiritually weak, then you become depressed. Now you're discouraged. So we have to do our part in order to stay spiritually strong enough so that we can not only be an asset to our family, but to the congregation, but more importantly, be obedient to Jehovah. And I have to say, it's rewarding. It feels good. Even if you don't physically feel good, it feels good here, and it feels good here to do the right thing. So, I love you guys. I can vlog about everything else. I should be able to vlog about my spirituality, right? Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.